everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to an episode of Delight and Fright. I am Luna, and this is Kat. Yay, I got it right this time with the hand finger thing.
You got it the right side. Oh, there we go.
We got to do a little.
Let's touch fingers. Oh, it won't let us. It won't let
Wait,
us touch.
it won't. My finger broken. There we go.
Oh no! Oh no!
I got it. I just gotta do the opposite. If you're this way, I gotta go this way. It's like weird. But anyways, to you that are not watching the video and actually listening to the podcast, you guys are gonna be thinking, what the hell is going on? So if you want to see our shenanigans in video format, you can. Just head on over to Facebook or YouTube and you can do that. What are we here to do, Kat, other than touch fingers and do weird stuff on camera?
We're here to get ramped up for the Christmas holiday season.
Yes, as you can tell.
I'm ramping.
Yes, as you can tell, we have very lovely backgrounds today, very festive, very not my thing, but I'm going against the current per se.
That's right.
And embracing what you're not comfortable with. I'm out of my comfort zone right now, so you guys will definitely get a lot of from me. A lot of faces and sounds and grunts, and it's gonna be fantastic. We'll keep it short.
Well, there are a lot of great holiday movies, I believe. Some people might not think they're holiday movies, but you do you. You know, if you think it's a holiday movie, then it's something you're used to and you did with your family, then make that your ritual, make that your holiday festive thing to do. Like for me, Die Hard is my go-to holiday movie. Yes.
Die Hard is a holiday movie. For those of you that say it's not a Christmas movie, I present you middle finger.
Middle finger. And also Lethal Weapon is a holiday movie as well. It takes place during Christmas time. And it's a horror holiday movie, Gremlins. That is a holiday movie, right?
We lost you there for a second. What did you say? Gremlins what? And then it cut out.
I said you can't deny that Gremlins is a holiday movie. You just can't.
Yeah, of course not. There's a lot of really good ones. I'm a big fan of like the Yule stuff. Like Krampus is really good because there's a huge festival somewhere in Europe. I forget exactly where. You guys can correct me or say in the comments where exactly it is. But the story of Krampus is probably one of my favorites. This like goat demon guy comes out from the woodwork to punish children. No Santa giving gifts and nice cozy milk and cookies. No, you're gonna get whipped by a demon. And I love that.
Sounds hot.
Yeah, of course. Of course. So who doesn't love that? So it's kind of fun. It's kind of, interesting to see all the different cultures and how they celebrate.
Have you ever seen Jack Frost, Luna?
Oh God, it's been such a long time. But that beginning where they're driving and I'm just like, oh, that's face palm. Hard face palm, long face palm. It's just gonna be a long shit ride. And it was.
To me, it reminds me of Thanksgiving. It's like the Thanksgiving for Christmas to me.
You know what?
Super
In a way,
cheesy.
yeah, in a way, that's a very valid point, Kat, because it is It is like a equivalent. I don't want to say it's the same thing because there's just obviously cinematically different things that one doesn't have of the other. But I would say they're the premise and the one-liners and all that is very consistent with each other. So I would say that about it. So yeah, pretty much Christmas is not only, Hallmark, Disney Channel kind of nonsense. You make it what you want from it. If you don't want that Hallmark, like I'm not your Hallmark movie kind of gal. I'm like, gross, disgusting, get it away from me. Like, no, I don't care about your cowboy that you found and now you're going to be happily ever after in $1 million mansion because you hooked up with some dude over Christmas. Like, nobody cares about that. Let's be honest. Like, no. What we want is some terror, some gore, some pine cones, some crazy shit going on. And yeah, there's a lot of movies that give you all of those elements. But some deliver it well. You have a lot of, Hollywood, you have a lot of indie people and everyone's kind of um all about, bringing that element of Christmas, but not in that kind of a way where it's like, yay, Christmas trees and puppies and kittens. No, more macabre. Personally, what kind of reminds me of a Christmas movie, it's totally not Dead Snow, because it's so snowy and stuff, and you got the zombies, and
That's a
yeah,
good one.
it's not a Christmas movie, but it just kind of gives me Christmas vibes because of all the snow. So I don't know.
Exactly. If it feels Christmas to you, then
Yeah.
or holiday-ish. I love Scrooged. I love Scrooged. I watch it every year.
Aw.
It's like A Christmas Story.
Oh yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
And it's got some horror elements, them ghosts. Some of them are pretty evil. And you gotta love the Ghost of Christmas Past, right? The fairy.
Yeah.
She's always booping him on the head. Beating his
bastard.
ass pretty much.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with her, but whatever. She's crazy.
She's great. I love her.
Yeah. I don't know what my best Christmas movie is. This is gonna be a really difficult podcast episode for me because I'm kind of like revolted a little bit about the consumerism and everything that goes behind Christmas. I'm like, ah, I'm like just like I don't know. I'm like the very anti-Christmas person you ever meet. But I find fascinating Home Alone. Home Alone was always like amazing to me because all the tricks and the little um stunts he pulls on the dudes breaking into his house. That's always pretty good. I like it. And then the second one where they go to New York and stuff, or that whole scene. I don't know. It's nice. Like you get some of those elements, and I guess the scene that sticks out to me the most in that movie is definitely not horror or anything like that, but it's that moment where he's sharing with that elderly lady in the bench and they're just talking about life and they're feeding the pigeons. Ugh, that is like very sweet and memorable and a tender moment. And he realizes, ah, shit, family is what's so important in Christmas. So I guess that's cool. It's a cool vibe. It's a cool message, to hear it from a crazy pigeon lady. Like 2 in the morning.
Have you ever seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Um, not really, to be honest, because I just like I said, I stray away from them because I'm like, eh.
But it's not what you think. It's actually
Really?
gets pretty dark at some points. It gets pretty dark. I mean, dude tries to kill himself. It's pretty dark.
Yeah, and I mean, the holidays do bring kind of a lot of those emotions out in people, like Because, it's like sad if you don't have family and you're like, why am I, you know what I mean? A lot of those strong emotions come out during the holidays. So I totally empathize with people if they are, feeling a little down during the holidays. If you are, reach out to me. And I'm likely in the same boat as you are. So we can like
You'll
commiserate.
ball humbug together.
Yeah, we can bah humbug together and, join a union and like be like, oh, I don't know, horror
Well,
gals against.
it all, like you mentioned, to you, Christmas has always been kind of consumerism, things like that, because that's, what you see in the media, but it
Yeah.
depends on your upbringing. I mean, I grew up very poor. There were Christmases where we literally like made things for each other. Um, and I remember, just reading to my brother. We had like these little Christmas books, and I would read him stories, and my mom would join in, and we'd all, just enjoy each other's company. So it's not always about that. Yes, it was always nice when we did have the money to enjoy Christmas, and it is rough, now that my parents are gone, but I try to do extra now on Christmas because in their honor, to remember them, because it was my dad's favorite holiday and my mom's was Halloween. So I just do extra so that I don't get stuck in a rut and don't forget, the true reason for the holiday, or any holiday really. It's about friends and loved ones. That's really what it's all about. So I just try to remember that. And, even if everything isn't perfect in my life, it's the same for most people, even those who look like they have it all. There's usually something that's an issue in the background that, we may not know about. So
That is very true. That is very true. I like how you put that. That is very beautiful. I was going to say, we cannot forget about the showstopper, the movie that kind of put it into perspective for me and made me go, ooh, ah, ah, and then ooh, at the end. Edward Scissorhands.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
there's a beautiful Christmas scene in there. That Edward Scissorhands happens to be in the fantasy genre, if you did not know. And it's probably one of the best 90s. I believe this was, yes, it's a 90s, exactly 1990 that this movie came out. It's probably one of the better ones that came out in the 90s. Such beautiful scenes, especially that winter when she's dancing in the snow. And it gets me every time. It's just so beautiful. And I'm very sad that the town kind of bullied him and made him a monster when he was just so tender and sweet and just uncivilized, I guess. Well, not in a bad way. He just didn't live in civilization, so he didn't know how to act. He didn't know any manners. He didn't know, he didn't really know who he was in society. So it's kind of sad to see Edward go through society and be rejected. Like he was already kind of rejected living as a recluse. He was brought out into society and then he was put back where he came from. So that's kind of sad in a way, but it's a very nice story and it touches like a lot of emotion for me. So that's why I enjoy Edward Scissorhands a lot, and that's probably my favorite holiday movie. Yes. So, what's your kind of
And
favorite?
I believe that was Vincent Price's last role, I think.
I believe so too.
Or if not very close to.
Yeah, one of his last, if not his last.
Hmm.
I yes, I see that. And he was the maker or the caretaker of Edward.
No,
I
yeah,
forget.
he was the maker.
The maker. Yep. Thank you.
Hmm.
It's been
Yep.
such a long time, but
He just didn't get a chance to make his hands. He died showing him the prototype of them.
homie, why'd you gotta die with It's like you need hands, kind of. It's kind of a little important.
Yeah. Yeah.
That time I was injured with my cast, my thumb wasn't working. Just being one thumb down. Thumb down. Not good. Not a good experience. Would not recommend. I can't imagine not having two functioning hands. Yeah. Rough. So I don't know. But well, what are some other classics that you like that are somewhat, in the horror genre or not in the horror genre?
Hmm. I really love Scrooge, and a new one that came out, Violent Night. Have you seen that? That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was really good. I really like that.
I
I'll
liked
probably
it.
watch that again.
You can't forget about the 1987 Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Mm.
That was a good one too. You
Yeah.
got Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a good one.
Yes.
That's okay. Here's the debate. Let's go into this debate. Is Nightmare Before
Which one?
Christmas a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas movie?
Both.
No, you can only pick one.
Both. No.
Yeah. Okay, fine. You say both. That's okay.
What
That's
do you
fine.
think? What do you think? What do you think?
Mathematically, it's a Christmas movie because they only spend about a fourth, if not a third of the movie in Halloween Town. The rest of it is plotting to do a Christmas. So about 3/4 to 2/3 of the movie is just plotting Christmas. So mathematically, it's like 75% Christmas, 25% Halloween. But the aesthetics of the Halloween is more pleasing to me. That's how I would answer that.
And what about the songs? The songs are more about Christmas, aren't they? I think
It's
they
yeah.
are. Yeah.
There's a few like this is Halloween. Okay, that's bang.
Yeah.
That's a banger. But
Making
you
Christmas. That's Christmas.
making
And
Christmas, or what's this? What's this?
yes, that's a nice one too.
That's definitely a Christmas song. So see, there's
Mhm.
like 75% or so more that they hit you with that Christmas than that Halloween. Like the ratio isn't 50-50 exactly, but the aesthetics of Halloween is more pleasing to me. And you want to know what's exactly more pleasing to me?
What?
This movie is a fantasy genre.
Uh,
It's fantasy. It came out in 1993 and it's technically a musical fantasy. So,
nice.
yeah. I guess all the Christmas movies, as long as they're in the fantasy genre, I guess I'll buy in. Seems like this rate. I don't know. I don't know what that says about me, but I guess hit me with that. And Seffi Daniel, right? He wrote Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. That's a horror. That's in the horror crime, and that was written and made or released in 1990.
Nice.
So that's another good one. So I don't know. Die Hard. What about Die Hard 2, Kat?
Is that Christmas time too?
Uh,
That's the one all at the airport. It might be Christmas time as well.
I don't know. There's a
Might
lot of
be.
debate about. There's a lot of debate about it. I just wanted to know your take. Like, did you like it or I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, Black Christmas is a horror mystery. And it's 1974. Ta-da! So that's always fun. So yeah, do you what what else is there to like kind of go over? There's just so many things in this genre that I'm just kind of like so kind of like whoa. A little bit overwhelmed. No, there's a lot.
There's a lot. There's definitely tons. Um, I have a guilty pleasure.
Oh,
I would like to confess.
oh,
I
guys,
I watch those cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies. Yeah, yeah.
can't. I'm
I know.
sorry, but we
I
can't be
know.
friends. Just kidding. It's okay. It's okay to
I
be
don't
wrong
know.
sometimes.
It's
Just kidding.
I guess maybe it's like therapy or like playing Animal Crossing, you know nothing bad is gonna happen.
Oh, like this is my safe little box, maybe?
Yes, 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 I think so. I think that's why I like it.
Mm, mhm.
Like I can pretty much from the beginning of the movie
Towel.
tell you what's gonna happen. But then I like to like think in my head like alternate storylines, so I have fun with that.
Mm,
I like have my own version in my head. It's like
yeah.
ooh, like all this crazy stuff going on and like they don't admit to. It's just
Mhm.
me being me, but I still watch them.
That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you for admitting that. I have the only thing that I have to add to that is part of the reason why I don't like it, and nothing against, them or you or anything. Um when there's a lot of drama, like, oh, so and so left me, it's Christmas Eve and all that, I'm here thinking, oh, that fucking one of my exes did that to me too. Fuck him. And then it kind of stirs up those negative emotions, and I'm like,
Um,
frick you. That's why I don't
Brings
like
that
it. Cause
PTSD up.
yeah, yeah. That's why I didn't like 500 Days of Summer, whatever the hell the movie was called. Cause that girl, oh, Summer or whatever the hell her name was from that movie. She's played by Zoe Deschanel. That movie just gives me makes me very angry, and I don't like movies that make me angry like that. So that's why I
Mm.
try to stay away from movies that have a lot of relationship problems and stuff like that. Because I'm like, oh man, let's blow some shit up. Let's do something fun that we don't get to do. Like I already have like, a lot of issues at home or whatever, maybe not now, but like let's just say, you go through those already in your day-to-day life. It's not every day that you get to watch, like for example, uh like what happens in Die Hard. You don't get to see that every day. It's like kind of not normal, you know what I mean? Or
Mhm.
like, for example, what happens on Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not every day that you know, a skeleton man takes over Halloween Town, you know what I mean? It gets you out of your everyday mundane average life. And that's why I like movies that don't make me think about my problems or my life or said past problems. Like, oh yeah, I had an ex like that
Maybe
too.
that's what it is with the Hallmark movies for me. To me, they are fantasy movies. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're not real.
That's kind of true and valid, yeah. Because it's like like a rich millionaire guy is not gonna come save you out of 5,000 women in the same little redneck woods kind of thing. Like you're not
Mhm.
special. Like sorry to say that, but
Or
nobody's
he
gonna save you
might,
in a
but then he's not
chariot.
going to be a nice guy. You
No,
know, you'll just be
he's
in a dungeon with like 300 other bitches.
no, yeah, and at that point, you're gonna be dime a dozen in a dungeon in someone's basement. That's not a good place to be, y'all, for the holidays. You
I
do
don't
not want.
recommend it.
Yeah, I've never been there, thankfully, but it just seems uncomfortable and yeah, pretty uncomfortable. What
Yeah.
about if you have to
Well,
pee or
claustrophobic.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, your basic needs are gonna be met, like, water, food, shitting, peeing. That's not going to be taken care of. And if you're just tuning in, for those of you that just walked in, thank you for watching our holiday special where we talk about poo and peeing in dungeons.
Yes.
That's this turned pretty.
Yes.
But if
let's talk about our favorite holiday foods. Yay!
Yeah, what comes before the poop?
Yes, how you make the poop.
So I have to talk about this because it is so fucking iconic for me and my family. Tamales. If you have no idea what a tamales is, it is a I'll have to show you a picture if you're just listening, you just have to imagine it. So it's a dough that's made out of corn. The corn is grounded up and then made into a dough. The dough is then lathered in, whatever they put on it. I think it's like manteca, which is code word for lard, most likely, often it's lard. And they stuff them. They stuff them with peppers, with cheese, with chicken, with any assortments of stuff, and they roll them. My family rolls them in corn husks, and then you lay them not like this. That this will be a tamal, for example. Oop, we don't want to show labels. They're not paying us. So they would roll it. This is diagonal, right? Oh, God, viewers, sorry. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it would be like this, like right, sideways, diagonal. I don't know. But then
that's horizontal.
Horizontal?
Like you look at the horizon, horizontal.
Oh, thank you for that lesson. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So, anyways, you do not want to lay the tamales this way because if you lay them this way, they're not going to cook properly. So you have to stack them all like this in a pot, and you gotta let them simmer. So they take a long time to make, and we would do a little assembly line, like you had one person pressing the masa, the dough, onto the corn husks, and then that would pass it on to the next person. The next person was in charge of filling them. Then they would go to the next person, and the next person was in charge of rolling them up like it was a blunt. You roll it up like a blunt. And then the next person is in charge of, stacking them correctly in the big pot. That way they can cook properly. So it was a big family operation. You talking about 6, 7 fucking people up in that bitch. And we were all fucking had a little duty. And I love that because I'm like, come on, keep passing them. I have shit to fill. Come on. So
how many would you guys do?
You had to do minimum 50 to 100, because think about it, each person in one sitting eats about three times. Let's say you have 15 people over, 3 times 15, plus if you gotta have leftovers. So yeah, you gotta make batches of like 100. So that's why it was a big operation, because you had to make them all. So, and while we were making that, my mom would make this thing called champurrado. So some of the things she would do is like she would make this like Mexican hot chocolate, and she would put masa, which is the dough that they use. They put it in the hot chocolate, and then they put like cinnamon, piloncillo, which is like a pressed sugar cube thing that they have in Mexico that's pretty popular. And then you would be sipping on this warm, delicious drink while you've made the awesomeness of the tamales. Nice. You have to roll them and all that. So it was like a whole experience too. And it took all day, and then they cooked forever. And then after all that tedious work, you're like, nah. You're eating a shitload of them because you're already so starving from making them all day, So I don't know. That was fun.
That's awesome.
But I can show you guys. Let me look it up real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me just go ahead and like look it up. But meanwhile, look it up, Kat. Do you have something like that that's like memorable?
Oh yeah, my mom would always make ham and all the fixings for Christmas dinner on Christmas. No, no, Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, she would make the ham and all the stuffing and all the fixins and sweet potato mash and yams and all the good stuff. And then on Christmas Day in the morning, she would make like a huge country breakfast, which was fried taters and onions, biscuits with country gravy, eggs, bacon, sausage, the whole spread. It was nice, and we'd just pig out, and then we'd open all our presents, and it was a lot of fun. And then we'd go at my grandmother's and help her make fudge. She made amazing fudge and peanut butter fudge, which was my favorite. So over the years, my mom learned how to do it, and she, you know, showed me how to do it, and I was doing it with mom and grandma. So now I know how to do it. And, I think each generation kind of brings their own thing to it. Me, I put more peanut butter. I'm like, yeah, how much can it take? More peanut butter. And this year I got some Nutella. I'm going to try to do like a peanut butter Nutella mix. So we'll see how that goes.
Ooh, that sounds so good. And I will show you guys. I found the pictures. So I'm very excited to show you all. So this is how you would cook them. You would see how you have to stack them this way. If not, they're gonna get fucked up. The shit's gonna like fall out of the bottom. So you gotta roll them the right way, and then all the stuff that's open, you gotta face that to the top so they don't like squirt out of the thing while they're cooking, because you don't want that mouth squirts everywhere. It's not gonna, you gotta eat it off the trough, like an animal. You don't want that.
I've seen some that are tied with string. Do they tie them after they cook them?
You can do them before. You can do them before for sure. And friends, this is just a cultural class for you. Do not eat it like this, like a push pop. That's not culturally correct. So if you want to be culturally correct, I saw somebody eat at the mall once like a push pop, and I'm like, oh Lord, okay, we gotta show this.
But if you're eating it to go, can you get a spoon and eat it out of it, or is that no too? Like if you don't want to get messy and you're driving or something.
Tamales are really messy, so because they're very greasy, they're supposed to be. So you don't want to eat that with your hands. This is the one Mexicans love eating with their hands. Believe me, we like chips, salsa, all that stuff. We like love to do that. But this is the one thing that we try not to eat with our hands, just because it's so messy. And then you're supposed to add like a bunch of stuff to top it off. I'll show you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about. Here we go. Not that one. This one. So let me make this bigger for you guys.
Ooh,
so yeah, you put sour cream, you put whatever you want on it. You put so a lot of my family members add sour cream and shredded lettuce on top with salsa.
Nice.
So that's gonna get really messy. But enjoy it at your own way. Like if you want to eat it like a push pop, don't let me stop you, but you're gonna get really weird looks. Like,
but it's not like it's offending your ancestors. That's not what's happening when they do that.
They might not. My ancestors may not be offended. They're just gonna be like, "The fuck? Is he okay?
What the fuck?
Is he special?
He's special."
Like, you know what I mean? That you're not offending anybody per se. It's good that you're trying the food. Like, it's awesome. Like, thumbs up to you, for trying new foods. But you might just, the ancestors of that culture might just look at you like, You need help, brother. You need help. But yeah, tamales are very very fun. You guys should if you know how to make some, you should make some. I miss making them.
So Luna, are you
Yeah.
gonna make me some tamales for Christmas?
Yeah. I gotta go get some people though so we can build an assembly line.
I'll help you.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds like fun. If you guys want to watch us live stream making tamales,
Mm.
ooh, has nothing to do with horror. We just, the horror element would be us fucking it up. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, we're not going to. But I don't know. Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. You guys should definitely join us in this crazy adventure. But yeah, tamales are great. Champurrado's great. All of the Christmas foods are great. Like if you give me some of that stuff you're talking about with the peanut butter, I'm down.
Yeah, hell yeah. We'll do trade.
We'll trade one tamal for one of those. Ooh. And you have to be careful because some parts of Mexico, that word. Oh, here's a Spanish lesson for you guys. I didn't mean for this to turn into a Spanish lesson class, but this word can often mean, how do I say this in this culturally appropriate way? It can mean a woman's private parts if you're not careful.
Oh.
If you're like, say it in that way, like, oh, I'm gonna grab that. You know what? Then yeah. It could be slang for that. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful how you say your tamal.
That explains that guy constantly asking me if I want some of his tamales.
Oh, if he has some, then he's not correct.
Every morning when I go into work, he's like, "Ooh, can I have that tamale?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" No, I didn't make any today.
Oh no, guys! Don't repeat what you hear here. What you hear, okay? If you repeat it, that's at your own discretion. I don't not take responsibility for the chaos that will occur from me saying these things. But you have fun with that out there. Make do of that information as you will, but have fun with tamales out there in your near future. But yeah, so fun. So diverting away from food because now I'm super hungry. Thanks, Kat.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you like the movies, like the classical movies also? Like Charlie Brown Christmas, Elf, Christmas
yeah.
Carol.
I really love the old the animated ones, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and the crazy abominable snowman. He's all like crazy. I love him.
Yeah.
He cracks me up.
Yeah.
The snowy Sasquatch.
I love that. Love that absolutely.
And Frosty the Snowman.
Okay.
He's got his pipe. He's got to have his pipe,
Yeah. My other favorite that isn't in the fantasy genre is going to be a comedy thriller that came out in 2003 called Bad Santa.
That was a good one.
I personally enjoyed it because it was very dark humor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to rob a mall, and I don't know. This is something hilarious about Billy Bob plays the main character, and I love his acting. So I just thought the movie was really funny, and there's so many one-liners that are like classics. Like I can quote sometimes if I remember correctly. And the little boy with the The scene with the advent calendar. I don't know if you remember that scene where he gets drunk. The bad Santa guy gets drunk. I forget his actual character's name, but Billy Bob's character is intoxicated. He eats the little boy's advent calendar chocolates, and then he's like, eh, he's all sad, and then he's like, fuck. So he just puts random shit in it and closes it back up. So when the kid's opening the advent calendar, he's like, a fucking rock or whatever the fuck he put in there. He's like, what the fuck? Why I get that? So I don't know.
I gotta watch that again. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too, but I can remember scenes like that because it's just kind of memorable for me. But I don't know, I enjoyed it. And speaking of advent calendars, are you gonna get one this year? A horror one? There's a lot of good ones out there.
I know I went like advent calendar crazy last year, so I'm trying not to get too crazy. I'm waiting for, I think, is it tomorrow or the day after? Aldi is putting out a few more of their advent calendars, and one's like with Irish liquors. So I
Ooh.
definitely want to try to snatch that one.
Yeah.
And I already have one. It's like little mini books. I collect mini
okay.
books. I just like
Cute.
I have like a little mini bookshelf, and I put all my mini books. I usually get the David's tea one, but I have so much tea now, so we got plenty.
Yeah,
Did you get one
there.
this year?
No, so call me a nerd. I don't care because I am. National Geographic does have an advent calendar that has little stones, like precious stones and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And the last one, the final gift, is a gemstone that you gotta mine out of it. Be like,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I know. That's why I kind of want it. I'm like, I want to mine the fuck out of the last one.
Nice.
I don't know, nerd, I guess, but
Well, actually, what I've always done is like the nicest advent calendar that I've had. I keep it, and then the next year I put I put horror movies that I want to watch, and I type them out or write them on a paper and put them in each one, and then each day whatever that movie is, because I know it's a movie I want to see, I watch it that day. So it's kind of like that's my treat to myself for that day. I do it for Halloween as well.
oh, that is so much fun. There are some horror themed advent calendars. I found one on like Hot Topic, not sponsored, guys. So I'm just saying where I'm finding these. There's like a Funko one on Funko
I
that
think I
had
did that one year.
yeah, it's like $50 and it has all of the Nightmare Before Christmas little Funko minis.
That's,
And then there's one that is all horror advent. It's like all horror for 35 on Funko. You're gonna get like Pennywise, Annabelle, and all of the little
I
ones.
think that's
And
the one
it's
that I got.
oh,
It's
they're
cute.
so
It's
cute. It's
cute.
only $35 too. And I'm like, I'm not really into advent calendars like that, but like I'm starting to kind of like get into them because they're so fun. Because you can like, yay! I'm a fan of the mystery boxes and the mystery prizes, and it's nice to get them all, and you can like open them up, and every day you'll be excited for a new one. So
Yeah, it
especially
gives
when
you
they're
something to
little
look
horror.
forward to each day.
Yeah, exactly. Especially during the holidays when you're like, ugh, another day. Pain.
The chocolate ones are always great. Remember, I got you a chocolate one last year.
Mm-hmm. The chocolate ones are always great. Yeah, so yeah, get some advent calendars, guys. Get some good stuff going. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of horror ones out there, so you guys should definitely check it out if you are in the hunt for some. There's plenty of them out there. There's a lot of holiday merch too coming out, so you guys should check it out. Our people that we were gonna interview for today, they weren't able to make it. I'm not sure what's going on, but they do have like makeup, like a Mothman collection. So you guys should check that out too. It's such a shame we didn't get to talk to her. I was so excited to talk makeup and stuff. But hey, maybe next time. Maybe next time you guys can catch us on with them doing some collab or something fun. But yeah, so pretty much the website for them is Declassified Cosmetics. You can definitely check them out and see if any of the color palettes or anything spike your interest. And other than that, Miss Cat, anything other holiday that you'd like to talk about?
No, just what do we have lined up for Delight and Fright for our fans? What do we have coming up next?
That is a absolute great question. So we have again another packed week next week. It's going to be really awesome. So starting off the December with a bang, we have Evil Dead. We have a fan on, our second fan of of our career here.
Fan days.
Yeah, fan days. Thank you, Kat. His name is Pierce. We're going to do that with him on December 4th, which is going to be that Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And then a little later, that Tuesday at 8 p.m., we're interviewing Tyler Tackett, who was in The Quantum Devil. He's also done a few other things, and we're going to sit down with him and discuss a few of his movies and mainly The Quantum Devil. We are also doing that episode you do not want to miss. You have to tune in for that because we will be announcing the winner for the Barada coin.
Ooh.
So that is going to happen on that day. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Lots of love for Quantum Devil, and we have that giveaway going on that day. And we are gonna pick it live. I have a little wheel of fortune thing, and your name's gonna be on there, viewer. As long as you comment on that Quantum Devil video that we premiered in October, you will be entered to win, and you have until December 4th to comment. After December 4th, that's it. We're cutting the drawing. And then December 5th, which is the very next day, we put your name on the wheel and then we spin the wheel, and whoever wins, wins. May the odds be in your favor. So we have a lot of fun stuff planned for next week.
Yay.
All right, Kat, thank you so much for speaking with me about tamales, holiday season, horror, fantasy horror, all the fun stuff that we love talking about here on this channel.
Yay.
Yay. All right, guys. Well, have a lovely rest of your day wherever you are. Take care. Thank you so much for joining us today. To everybody, have a lovely night and go out there and grab some tamales.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.